the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll get a look here at All-Pro Devontae Adams. He went well over 100 yards a week ago and found his way to the end zone. It's the Raiders and the Seahawks. All that and more coming up next.
We are in the Pacific Northwest. Is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7 and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 20. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, falling on the long chair. A yard in the wrong direction. That's 3rd down tackle. 3rd down and 9. He'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. As Seattle's offense comes onto the field, we'll see a 10-year veteran under center. Guy who broke into the league as a starter back in 2013, Geno Smith.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Smith. That's complete to his running back, Dallas. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. It's caught, Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Let's go now. Again, Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down. Geno now to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And he remains remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence, and he doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game, and who's to say that it won't happen the way he's throwing it right now.
Looking to throw on second down. Smith. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. To about the 48-yard line. Cody Barton there to bring him down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football. As they've got it 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And his throw is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, it's Carr. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A drive that time of 6 plays. And Devontae Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Well, now how about this return? He's at the 50. Dwayne Eskridge. And he will score. Touchdown, Seahawks. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. We're talking about the explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown.
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of it.
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a first and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line.
Starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that error there, turning over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of them just sense that they can make a play and make a huge one to help their team. And they have to have that athletic arrogance about themselves. And every now and then, though, it'll cost them. And that's what we just saw there.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. They had the short field and they didn't quite work it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? It always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis.
Jalen Mills in on the stop. From the 22, Carr. Open man, that's Renfro. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Now on first down. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. On play action. Now Carr. And Carr gives himself up, but not before he picks up a first down. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. Now a play fake. Carr. He hits Adams complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. They'll try and set up the screen, it's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on second down. Carr.
And the timing a bit off that time as Everett falls to the ground.
The Raiders on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Tyron Johnson
from 21 yards away.
And the Raiders are back within a score.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
They'll run on first down with Dallas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks. They'll try the air now with Smith. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Running left is Walker. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And Smith's throw into the hands of Fant. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now Smith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Raiders have the ball back, and here comes Devontae Adams to the field again. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Carr's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 63 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Carlson on for the PAT. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Fields it right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We begin with a battle in the American Southwest. The LA Chargers making the short flight down to take on Arizona. And it's the Chargers who are out in front. Keenan Allen, a touchdown reception. From there, we head east to Minnesota to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. Kirk Cousins, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Carson Wentz leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. On now to a check on the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Raiders pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator on the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense, and they were able to do it.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Johnson with a completion over the middle. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Here's Carr to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal. Carr now to throw. This is caught. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping them from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Fielded just outside the goal line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. From the 29, Smith eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Smith now to throw. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here comes Abdullah on the return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 24, Carr. Waller taking it in over the middle. Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first. Now, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, He wanted him to block. Now coaches want him to catch the football first.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in the left department. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the 1st down in the process. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
And tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive took a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settled things down a little bit.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Ochena Nwosu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The kick by Carlson is good, and they have regained the lead. So his 2nd field goal here in this 3rd quarter.
The first one tied the game, and this one gets them the lead, but you just have to wonder if field goals are going to be enough. At some point, they've got to conclude these drives with the ball in the end zone.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They'll try for the first with Walker. Taking it right down Broadway. 30, 10, 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go on and score again. Can he get it done?
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Abdullah to return. And he loses the football a second time. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory.
It's a little open. Is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out. Yeah. We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the 4th on the punt fumble. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Now is Gino. This is the tight end fan. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. 3rd and 2, Smith. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete the defense.
When you talk about clutch, that one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
They didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, it's Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A field goal from this spot will be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Carlson is good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards, the final tally. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run
end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 41 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a fourth quarter lead. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it, we got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. On first down, Carr. And the catch made by Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. From just shy of midfield, Carr. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings him third down on the sand. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing his Carr on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. Fourth down. Now Carr, gotta have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Looking deep for Adams. And this is caught. It's a big play there for Vegas. 46 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Okay, this is it. I'm not having fun anymore.
only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive 7 plays in length, and it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down by a field goal, a little over 30 seconds remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Smith. It's caught. Lockett. And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now Smith. He's going to get this underneath to Dallas. And not a whole lot there. Maybe 3 yards on 1st down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now it's Smith. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Smith now to throw. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This to tie things up in the final minute. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, it's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they take a knee. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So for Las Vegas,
They move back over 500 now at 6-5.
and they will head home next week to take on the L.A. Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.